So today I'm going to be doing my first 82-0 rebuild challenge of NBA 2K24 because most of my rebuilds have been kind of realistic so far. So this will be exciting to do as many trades as I want, trying to go 82-0. It would be cool to get as many 90 overalls as possible as well. If we can have like a full 9 to 10 man rotation of 90 overalls, that would be sick, but it's very hard to do. So I didn't really have a team in mind for this, so let's just randomly select a team. I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to stop it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we get the Cleveland Cavaliers. All right, this actually shouldn't be too hard compared to some of the other teams that we could have gotten. Now, the Cavs do not have a lot of draft capital, obviously from the Donovan Mitchell trade. Something we will be able to do that the Cavs might not be able to do in real life is re-sign Donovan Mitchell. There's been some reports and rumors, if you listen to like the Bill Simmons podcast, he just had like, I think Howard Beck on the other day, and they were talking about how it's like the best unkept secret in the NBA that Donovan Mitchell isn't going to sign an extension with them next offseason, and he basically has 1 year left on his deal, and he could be a free agent in 2025 and then lead the Cavaliers maybe to the Knicks or another team, who knows. But for us, we're definitely going to want to keep him and Garland around. I think Mobley's obviously here to stay the way he progresses in 2K, and I don't have to extend him for a few more seasons. Jared Allen, though, we could eventually move down the line, but we'll see. And then they added Max Strus this past offseason. They also added Georges Niang. They brought back a couple guys as well. We may try to, I don't know, I thought about moving Isaac Okoro, like that could be a possibility, but I think what might work out with him is extending him, maybe overpaying for him in this upcoming free agency class, like 20 or so mil a year, and then we can match that with other contracts, which is the goal. So yeah, we're definitely set at the backcourt in the power forward spots, like I mentioned with Garland, Mitchell, and Mobley. And I think what I'm going to do this year is just, stay positive. Like, injuries are off, so we don't really have to worry about any long-term injuries. I think trade any 1 year contracts, so there's a good chance that Damian Jones and Tristan Thompson will be packaged together at one point for somebody that's under contract throughout at least the offseason that I can move on draft night. I already mentioned what I want to do with Okoro, unless I will get some insane offer for him. I don't think I will be trading him. All right, and I already found the trade I wanted to do. We're going to be getting Kobe Brown from the LA Clippers, who's under contract for 4 years. I don't know if he'll ever be in the rotation for us, but we could possibly move him. Brandon Boston, I would like to bring back maybe down the line, but we'll see. I could eventually flip him at the deadline. He's a second round pick, so he's a free agent at the end of this year, and we're giving them Tristan Thompson and Damian Jones. And the Cavs usually do very well in the simulation as long as everything goes right, and it should for us for sure. We had a massive, 1 point loss here, but a massive offensive game, 148-147, L to the Knicks in Cleveland in overtime. Randall had 42, 15, and 7. Jeez. So this team definitely struggled to start off the season, but we are 11 games above 500 at 29 and 18 going into the All-Star break. We see Donovan Mitchell as a reserve on Team Jokic, 26.6 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Garland or Mobley do not get into the All-Star game. Just kind of double checking to make sure I'm right. Yeah, neither of them get in. And obviously getting all these 90s could be cool, but I do want this team to be well constructed. Like Donovan Mitchell, #1 scorer, at least for the next 3 seasons while he's in his prime. Garland, the #1 facilitator. I'm fine with him averaging 16 to 20 points per game. Don't need him to average 25. I do think Mobley at one point will get close to that. Probably want him taking less threes, and there's a chance we move him to the center spot if we think he's best suited there. Jared Allen, obviously he's kind of perfect for this team because he doesn't demand the ball. He's going to get rebounds. He's going to play good defense and block shots. We got Max Strus, who's shooting 42% from 3 and is on a solid contract as well on the mid-level exception. It's good for 2K, and the contract is tradable, as well as he's only 27 years old. We got Karis LeVert, who does have 2 years left on his deal, and he's being very efficient this year, 53 from the field, 39 from 3. Okoro has not been too bad, but obviously, yeah, not living up to the #5 pick hype he had back in 2020. And I think the only trade I would make at the deadline is to possibly move on from Brandon Boston, who's not in the rotation. He may be a restricted free agent, but yeah, if I can get like a Jaden Springer who's under contract, I'm going to do that. And yeah, Jaden Springer is a former first-round pick, so he's going to be under contract for the next 2 seasons, so let's get that deal done. We also got 70 trade negotiation difficulty on for this, so we'll see how that works for this, and if I'm able to make a God Squad or not. My goal is to win. I don't know. I think like at a peak, I would like to, or at a minimum, I'd like to win 78 games. I would like to hit 8-0 today. We're 16 games above 500 at the contract extension deadline. I think I will give Donovan Mitchell a 2-year extension worth around $80 million. Nikola Jokic wins MVP. So yeah, also, welcome back here to the NBA season. It started up last night for me. I'm recording this on the 25th. You guys are probably going to be seeing this on the 26th or maybe a little bit after, in which the Nuggets beat the Lakers and the Suns beat the Warriors. I haven't seen all the games that are happening tonight on Wednesday night, where basically every other team besides a few are playing. So I'm hoping my Knicks were able to beat the Boston Celtics, start off the season with a dub, but that's a very tough test for sure. Like the Celtics, obviously a better team than the Knicks right now on paper. We got no cap Cavs making the All-NBA teams. Hopefully that is different next year. I would like to see Evan Mobley win a DPOY at some point in this video. Maybe take a couple less threes if he's not going to knock them down. And we ended the season as the 1 seed. So there's a chance in this video we win a title every single year. 55-27. The Cavs are a very good team in the simulation, according to 2K. Much better than if you control like the Golden State Warriors or the Phoenix Suns or the Milwaukee Bucks. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell led this team in scoring. We averaged basically 24 rebounds between Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, which is nice. 7.8 assists for Garland. 1.3 steals for Donovan Mitchell. That is also nice to see. And 2.2 blocks for Evan Mobley. Year one is always like the calm before the storm. I don't make too many moves unless it's like draft picks involved or just trading expiring contracts, but really that year one offseason when I am doing an 82-0 challenge is when I really get crazy with the trade. So we're here in the conference finals. 3 guys averaging north of 20 points per game, and Evan Mobley is just a beast. But also, I didn't even tell you guys how many wins we got this year. 55, so we got 27 more to get. And let's see if we can win the year one NBA Finals. We got Cavs against the Lakers. Oh my God, the storylines for this. LeBron playing Cleveland in the finals. Come on, let's beat LeBron. Let's beat LeBron, and boom, there we go. We win the NBA Finals with Evan Mobley averaging 3.6 blocks per game. His efficiency wasn't great. 46, 61, 25 splits, or 61 from the line, 25 from 3. Not great, but hey, he was a beast defensively, getting basically over 5 stocks a game, steals plus blocks, and averaged a double-double. And LeBron James is heading to the Hall of Fame for sure. He does retire. So does Chris Paul and Greg Popovich. So that would be a loaded Hall of Fame class with CP3, LeBron, and Pop. Draft lottery time. I believe we will have our first round pick in this draft. Yeah, it is at number 30. I'm probably going to trade most of my picks in this video because I do plan on getting the 30th overall pick every single season, and we don't own some of our picks due to the Donovan Mitchell trade. So we're okay with that though. All right, so yeah, we could kind of start making some trades. I think Karis LeVert, I think Jaden Springer, Ty Jerome are definitely possibilities to get traded right now on draft night. All right, so I'm going to be trading pick 30, Karis LeVert, Sam Morril, and my 2026 unprotected first round pick for Daniel Gafford and Corey Kispert from the Washington Wizards. Kispert will be a restricted free agent next year, but he is very good and he's an elite 3-point shooter as well. And Gafford as a backup to Jared Allen is really nice. And hey, maybe there's a chance I move Jared Allen, but we'll see. I think a big trade could be coming when I bring back Isaac Okoro, but we'll even see about that because hey, this trade negotiation difficulty will be tough because in all my 82-0 rebuilds, I've had it at 50, so we upped it a little bit this year. And it's not like I should make this more of a challenge because I'm never able to complete these ever. I've done one in like my 5, 6, 7 years of doing this challenge. Also, didn't really talk about much about Amani Bates last year, and I should have. He's a good player, man, and it was a good second round pick by them. And I hope he does get some playing time this year as well. So yeah, Okoro's asking for $30 million. This dude is just way out of line with that ask. I would love to get Andrew Nembhard here on a contract. That'd be sweet. There we go. That is an absolute steal of a contract. I'm not going to renounce the rights on anybody else. And yeah, I guess we'll throw the bag at Isaac Okoro, and maybe we'll package him and Nembhard in a trade. So we were able to get Isaac Okoro, where he's going to be making $27 million. Yeah, he's getting moved. And we're going to make this trade with the Chicago Bulls. I'm giving them Isaac Okoro, Andrew Nembhard, and Kobe Brown. They're giving me Javon Carter and Lonzo Ball. So yeah, Lonzo Ball is going to be the backup point guard here in Cleveland. That's pretty sick. And then I'm going to move the other 2 point guards that aren't playing in Javon Carter and Ty Jerome to Indiana for 2 first round picks. I know that top 5 pick it, but I don't know if that like protected backup makes it a first round pick. They're uninterested. I have multiple seconds I could slide you. What about if I give you 3 seconds? Really? 4 seconds gets it done? Okay, there we go. I'm going to also look to pick up Gary Harris on like a mid-level exception, at least for 2 years. And I mean, that's not the mid-level exception. That's like a veteran minimum at that point. Might try to snag Frank Ntilikina as well on a 2-year deal. Sweet. And we got Amani Bates, and we got Isaiah Mobley, and Craig Porter back on the qualifying offers. We see a lot of green with Garland up to a 91. I'm surprised Mitchell didn't progress, but his inside T goes up, sure. There's Evan Mobley, an absolute beast now, already at a 90 overall. We got 2 guys from the 2017 draft class going up as well in Lonzo Ball, who's the 2nd overall pick, and Jared Allen, who was the 22nd pick. All right, so we did have to cut Craig Porter. We had one too many guys on the team. So Garland, Mitchell in the backcourt, pretty sick. Kispert at the 3, Mobley at the 4, Allen at the 5 with Lonzo, who's going to eat into Garland's minutes, so he's not going to play like as much as you would think. He might get like 20 minutes a night, probably go like 16 to Gafford. And I think I may look to just upgrade the 9th spot because like we could definitely combine like Gary Harris and Dean Wade to get somebody okay. All right, I mean, not a better player, but getting a first round pick, top 5 Philly pick in 2025 for Wade and Harris, and I get Lindy Waters in this trade, yeah, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to give up a 2029 second, but I'm getting City Sissoko from the Spurs and Kevin Love, who's making some money, and he'll be the 10th man in the rotation for this year, giving up that second Georges Niang and Lindy Waters. And we will have the qualifying offer, or at least yeah, the qualifying offer on City Sissoko, who I think I'm going to send to the G League this season. System proficiency, we're 3.5-star defense. I do wonder if there will be a coaching change at some point in this video, but let's see how many games we can win to start off the season before losing. It would be funny if we lost to the Nets there on opening night, but hey, 1-0, just got to win 81 more games. Don't lose to the Hornets on the second game of the season. 2K taking their sweet ass time just for this random game, second one of the year. The simulation time this year is ass compared to last year. We went 4-0 to start the year. Then we lost by 25 to the 76ers. I mean, yeah, Maxey, Embiid, Harden. Oh, how were they able to bring in Kawhi Leonard? That doesn't make sense. Don't tell me he's on the mid-level exception. Don't tell me that. No, they gave Kawhi $50 million. Oh, Maxey took the qualifying offer. Wow, that's insane. That's a sick team. I mean, I wonder if I put injuries on, like, some other players on other teams would get hurt, and that would help us. So if I had a really deep team, that would help. But I don't know. We're already 6-2 to start the year. I would just like to win more games than last year. We won 55 last year, so let's hope we can win like 60 to 65 games. All right, so you got Giannis and Jokic as captains this year. Do we see multiple Cleveland Cavalier All-Stars? Donovan Mitchell, who's averaging 29.9 points, 4.8 assists. It's nice to see his numbers going up. He could win MVP this season. Those are definitely MVP numbers. There we go. We get Darius Garland in the All-Star game, who's averaging 26, 3, and 11, shooting 53, 48, 88. That's absurd. Those are also MVP numbers too, and we did get 3 All-Stars this year with Evan Mobley making it probably more for his defensive presence, but yeah, he's averaging 15 and 13, 3.5 assists, 2 blocks a night as well. Take a look at the award races. We got 3 Cavs there in the top 5. Garland at 2, Mitchell at 4, Mobley at 5. I guess that hurts their chances as well, since their team is so good. Like, they all can't be so valuable. The most valuable player, right? And then for Depoy, Evan Mobley is number 3. And we're here basically at the trade deadline. Any contract extensions I want to get done? I think Lonzo I'd like to bring back. We're going to eventually have to pay Evan Mobley as well, which is going to be tough. So I think like anybody I could move are just guys that are on 1-year deals. Like I think I can move Springer. I'll probably bring back Kispert. Yeah, I mean, he's been elite from 3. All right, I'm going to be doing this trade, Jaden Springer and Amani Bates for Marcus Sasser and Malcolm Cazalone, who could be restricted in the offseason, but getting Marcus Sasser could be of use as well down the line. And we are 44-5. Okay, I do think we're going to break our 55-27 record last year. There's a chance we could still win 70 games this season. We saw that we had 3 different All-Stars with Mitchell, Garland, and Mobley. Jared Allen's averaging 13 and 9.8. He's having a very good year, and he's not like too upset with his role either, which is good. Corey Kispert, I think, is like that perfect 3, and Max Strus still shooting 38 from 3 and 86 from the line is great. Kevin Love's been kind of ass. And I'm going to do this trade with the Sixers. Kevin Love and Frank Ntilikina for B-Ball Paul and Javonte Smart. B-Ball Paul is under contract for the next 2 seasons and is a beast in 2K. Also, shout out to when I have the CPU rebuild the rotations. They start Lonzo Ball over Darius Garland. Like, what are we doing? All right, so let's see if this team can win 70 games here in 2025. And Darius Garland beats out Evan Mobley and Donovan Mitchell to win MVP. He went up to 28 points. He's averaging 11.5 assists, 3.3 rebounds, over a steal a night, almost 50, 40, 90 as well. So shout out to Garland winning MVP. Ron Holland ends up winning Rookie of the Year for the Pacers in the Central Division. Amen Thompson's your 6th Man of the Year. Giannis Depoy. Patrick Williams most improved. We need to get Mobley to win Depoy for sure. Zach LaVine gets Clutch Player of the Year. We went 74-8, a 19 win improvement from year 1 to year 2. Let's freaking go, man. You had 4 guards and 1 center on All-NBA first team. Was hoping Donovan Mitchell or Mobley would be there. No Mobley or Mitchell on second team, but we do get both of them there on All-NBA third team. Evan Mobley also on All-Defensive first team. That's what I'm talking about. And we are the 1 seed once again here. No surprise, winning 74 games. So we're just 8 games away, man. Just 8 games away from possibly going 82-0 in this video. Would be pretty sick. I mean, when you have 2 28-point-per-game scores, it might be easier than I thought, but we need Lonzo Ball's efficiency to be a little bit better. It was not good last year, but it definitely improved this year. So are we going to sweep the Detroit Pistons? Like, I would like to go 16-0 in the playoffs, and nope, we can't. I've gone 16-0 in the playoffs with way worse teams in a bunch of my rebuilds so far. I think I just recently did it in the Pacers and the Mavericks rebuild. Here we are, though, in back-to-back finals going up against the Portland Trailblazers. And are we going to be able to beat them and go back-to-back? Yes, we can. We sweep the Trailblazers. Darius Garland, basically a similar stat line that he had throughout an 82-game sample, so it's crazy that we saw this in just 4 games. Well, it's more crazy in the 82-game sample. 28 and 11. Almost 50, well, not 50, 40, 90. He went 48, 31, 90. And we have now won 2 championships. So that is not the goal of the video. The goal is to go 82-0. So we can hopefully win a couple more games. I don't know if Bickerstaff is still the guy for it. I think he could be, but when his contract's up, if there's like a Steve Kerr out there and I can get him or a Spoelstra, I may do that. So we won't have our first round pick this year, but we do get Philly's pick at number 29. Oh, that was from the Windy Waters trade. I thought that pick could be a little bit more of value, and the Jazz have our pick at 30. So Bickerstaff has 1 year left. I think if we maybe go backwards next year, he could be gone. I'm going to try to get Will Hardy as my assistant. Oh, that's a sick pickup. So it is the night of the NBA draft. Who's got the number 1 pick? Whoa, the Pacers do. They already have Ron Holland, and they're going to be able to add Cooper Flagg to their team. That's pretty sick. So we know that Corey Kispert is a free agent. Watch him ask for like $30 million a year. I don't know who I would trade right now if I were to make a move. And I'm going to do this trade. I'm going to trade Max Strus and pick 29 for Kenyon Martin Jr. They both have 2 years left. I'll save a little bit, like $1 million in this deal, but Martin is 5 years younger than Strus. Imagine the Pacers didn't take Flagg, but now they did. Ace Bailey goes number 2, Dylan Harper number 3 to the Spurs. So Wemby has got himself a point guard now. Pick up the options on Sasser and Sissoko. Tatum, Butler, Kyrie, all free agents. We're going to give everybody here the qualifying offer. Obviously, we're going to pay Evan Mobley a ton of money. I do wonder who's going to offer him a deal, and then we'll just match it. All right, is he not going to get a deal in the first couple days? No, he does from the Clippers. 3-year, 130 with a player option. It's a lot of money. And then we're going to hopefully lock up Corey Kispert on a 2-year deal worth around 17.5 a year. Just because he's a good system match, I'm going to try to pick up Alex Caruso on a 2-year deal. Not sure if he'll even crack the rotation with Lonzo and Garland here. Jared Allen is a free agent next year. I do wonder if I was going to like make a trade involving him. All right, and I did find a trade that I do want to do. It's going to be with the OKC Thunder, and I'm going to be trading Jared Allen, Marcus Sasser, Sidney Sissoko, and my 2028 unprotected first-round pick. That's actually from Indiana for Rui Hashimura and Chet Holmgren. Yeah, Chet Holmgren's also going to be restricted next year, but him and his development next to Mobley is kind of filthy in the front court. And then I'm going to make this trade with the Houston Rockets because I wanted a first-round pick out of it. Rui Hashimura and Alex Caruso, who we just signed, for Dylan Brooks, who I could trade eventually. He's making $20 million a year, and I get that first-round pick, which I wanted. I'm going to try to also pick up George Brooks here from the Knicks like G League team on a 2-year deal. And we get Javonte Smart, Malcolm Casalone, and Isaiah Mobley back on the qualifying offers. Chet Holmgren goes up to an 86 overall. We have 3 90s. I think we can get 4 by the end of this season. I do think Chet will go up that high. Yeah, we just had the Finals MVP and MVP, and they want to start Lonzo Ball over Darius Garland. I don't really agree with that. They want to start Dylan Brooks over Corey Kispert. I guess we could value the defense. I mean, he might play 24 minutes a night, and we'll do 24 to Kispert as well. I'd like to do 35 to Chet and Mobley, and then do at least 36 to Garland. Yeah, so maybe like this is going to be the rotation currently with Gafford, Martin, Lonzo, and Kispert off the bench. And then, yeah, we'll probably just do something like this. System proficiency under JB Bickerstaff is 4 stars. And yeah, we'll see how many wins we can get this season before our first L. Hopefully oh my God, we lost by 1 point in game 3. Come on. All right, so we're not going 82-0 this year. I mean, Cooper Flagg, Tyrese Halliburton, and Ron Holland is an insane big 3. If you did watch the Pacers rebuild, I got Ron Holland in that one. But we had a different kind of big 3 than adding Cooper Flagg to that mix. We're already 4-2 on this season. That's brutal. All right, so we're already at 6 L's this year. I'm not sure if it was trading away like Max Strus or what kind of screwed this up, or Jared Allen possibly. I mean, we ended up only scoring 84 points against the Raptors. Okay, interesting. I mean, Evan Mobley's averaging a career high in scoring. Mitchell's, I mean, still averaging 26 a night. What is Garland averaging? 27. Like, we still have this insane big 4. Maybe it's the Dylan Brooks effect. See, Donovan Mitchell make his 7th All-Star appearance, a reserve for Team Giannis. Mobley make his 2nd in a row here, and 2nd of his career, a reserve for Team Luka. And Darius Garland, a starter for Team Luka. He might go back-to-back with MVPs. We are 41-7, so we can only lose 1 more game to really just tie where we were last year. We have 2 and 4 in the top 5 in the MVP race. We do have Holmgren and Mobley both there in the DPOY race, so maybe a good chance we get the DPOY as well. And Garland is leading the way in scoring, followed by Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, Chet Holmgren. There's Corey Kispert. Dylan Brooks, his efficiency has actually been pretty solid for us this season. Hopefully still playing really good defense. The benches may be okay, maybe not where I'd want it to be. Just gave Donovan Mitchell a new 3-year extension, so he's under contract for the next 5 years. Gafford will come back. Great, so I'm going to front load that team option and bring him back. B-Ball Paul does not want to come back, so I think I'm going to look to trade him right now. Actually got some terrible offers for him, so I'm going to send him to Sacramento for Chris Duarte and Yuta Watanabe, and we're just going to basically do that. So I don't think that's the best trade return for B-Ball Paul, but at least Duarte we can move maybe eventually, and he's not a bad player either. And Evan Mobley wins MVP this year, so back-to-back Cavs winning it. Donovan Mitchell, the only of the 3 that didn't win it. I was kind of hoping maybe Mitchell won this year, because I think Mobley will get it down the line. I mean, he's 24 years old for sure. Cooper Flag, Rookie of the Year. Bowens Highland, 6 man. Wembenyama, Depoy, so we don't get one on the Cavs. Most Improved goes to Delano Banton in Denver. Okay. Giannis gets Clutch Player of the Year. Coach of the Year is JB Bickerstaff. We win 70 games again with 71-11. If there's a really good head coach option out there in free agency because Bickerstaff's contract is up, I may look to get one for sure. So no Donovan Mitchell on an All-NBA team. Garland on 3, Mobley on 1. We do get Evan Mobley on All-Defensive first team and Chet Holmgren on All-Defensive second team. And we are going to be the 1 seed once again here going up against the Miami Heat in round 1. It would be cool to go 16-0 in the playoffs if possible. We finished 13 games better than the Charlotte Hornets. We would have been 18 games better than the 1 seed in the Western Conference, and that were the OKC Thunder. So here's pretty much the scoring this year with Garland and Mitchell leading the way, followed by Mobley, Holmgren, and Kispert. And then you had like a mixture of Ball, Brooks, KJ Martin, and Gafford off the bench. System proficiencies, 4 stars. I'm surprised with Brooks in there, it's still 4. I mean, even if you put Kispert, it's still 4. Okay. So let's see. Can we possibly go 16-0 in the playoffs? I've done it before with way worse teams. Let's see if we can pull it off right here. Boom. We sweep Miami. Come on. Can we sweep Detroit? There we go. Can we sweep the Knicks? All right. We're in the NBA Finals. 12-0 so far in the playoffs. Going up against the Trailblazers for the 2nd straight year. They were the 6th seed, beat the 3 and the 2 seed in 7, and then gentlemen swept the number 1 seed Thunder. We ended up losing 2 games to them, and we won the finals in 6, which is great, and we just won 3 in a row. Garland finals MVP in back-to-back seasons, but could not go 16-0 in the playoffs. All right, I feel like we have some big moves to make this offseason because we did take a step back in year 3 from year 2. Imagine I had like a random lottery pick. That would have been insane. So the Wizards have our pick at 30. We have the Pacers pick at 26. So to look at potential new head coaches on the team, I mean, I'll offer Quinn Snyder a deal. I will offer Ty Lue a deal. Nick Nurse, that would be a good coach. I'm going to offer him a deal. We'll obviously offer JB Bickerstaff a deal to come back. We could always promote Will Hardy. I don't want Chris Finch. I definitely don't want Chauncey Billups. I don't think I want Tibbs either. I'd like to get him as like a post-D coach, honestly. So we are able to sign all of them. All right, I don't think I'm signing Bickerstaff. I think it's going to be Nick Nurse. I mean, Ty Lue has really good ratings. He might have better ratings than Nick Nurse, honestly. Quinn Snyder's got some really good ratings, too. You know what? Let's go Quinn Snyder. So we pair up Donovan Mitchell and Quinn Snyder again from their Utah Jazz days together. All right, so with the 26th overall pick, I took Neil Lynch, a shooting guard out of BYU. The number 1 overall pick was Cameron Boozer going to the Spurs. Him and Wemby in that front court together, that's insane. I'm surprised the Spurs really haven't been that good so far in this video at all because they've had so many top 10 picks. And I mean, yeah, they have Wembanyama, they have Jalen Green now, they have Stephon Castle, who they took 5th overall in 24, Cam Boozer, Dylan Harper, still have Vassell, and they brought back Derek White. I don't know how that team's not good. So yeah, Chet Holmgren is going to get a lot of money from me. Let's just wait until a team throws the bag at him. All right, after moratorium, nobody gave him a contract. I mean, I would like to front load a deal on him if he would do that. Oh, we don't have enough money. All right, well, now I'm going to get nervous. Because if we don't get him back, we can kiss goodbye going 82-0. All right, I have no idea if I could pull this trade off, but could I trade 3 first-round picks, Kenyon Martin Jr. and Dylan Brooks for Scotty Barnes? What about if I throw in a 4th first-rounder? What about instead of that 4th first-rounder, I threw in Neil Lynch? What about instead of that, I threw in Chris Duarte? All right, I don't even think they would do this offer, honestly. Oh my God, they did. Okay, we just traded a lot, but we just got Scotty Barnes on the team. Definitely hurt my depth a little bit, but yeah, I'm very happy with that addition. Hopefully we could still afford to bring back Chet Holmgren, and we should be able to. Let's go. That was really stupid of me trading like all my depth right there, because now we just have 8 guys under contract, and it's a really good 1 through 8, but like, I don't know if we're going to be able to get a good 9th man on this team. So I'm going to see if I can maybe get, like, these veteran minimums together and trade them with some draft picks. Yeah, so let's go to player progression first before I make any other moves to try to get a 9th man, which I feel like has been kind of like the moral of the story of this video. So, yeah, I mean, Chet Holmgren, Evan Mobley, Scotty Barnes isn't the greatest floor spacing trio, but it's pretty good still as like a team overall. All right, so it's going to be definitely Garland, Mitchell, Barnes, Mobley, Holmgren. We'll have Lonzo, Gafford, I guess Javon Carter off the bench. I might try to make another trade before the season starts, but I'd like to go Garland, 37, Mitchell, 37. I'd like to go 33 to these guys, and then I guess we'll just do 30 to Barnes, which seems like I should be giving him more. But I think this is the best our team can do. Now, I do wonder if... I can't believe I made that trade. I'm going to look at this. But what could I get for Scotty Barnes? Because if I can get 2 elite players as well, I would do that. But I don't think I'll be able to. I mean, like, this could make our team... I don't know. Benedict Mathurin isn't really all that. Like, J-Dub is cool and all. but it's probably not worth it. I can get Trae Young and Edmund Sumner for Carter, Lonzo, and Gafford. I'm not going to do that, though. All right, so let's just start off the season and see how well we can do. System proficiency is 3.5 or 4.5 star perimeter centric. What is pace and space? It's also 4.5 star balance. Okay, good. Pace and space is 4.5 stars. Let's see. Can we win more than 74 games, which we ended up winning in year 2 in the 2025 season? We're here in 2027, and we already lost the game. Oh my God, we already lost 2. God damn it. Oh, man. I mean, Javon Carter shot well in that game. I feel like nobody even fouled out. We just got flat out beat by the Thunders. Jared Allen just destroying us at this point. All right, 6-2. Okay, so we got to win basically 72 games in a row if I want to go 8-2 in this season. It would be cool, but it's going to be very hard to do. All right, so we are 31-3 right now, so we can't win 80 games, but we could still win 79. So Evan Mobley, first time as an all-star starter, averaging 18 points, 13 rebounds, and 4.5 assists, 1.7 blocks a game. Darius Garland is not a starter this year, but has a lead efficiency, 50, 40, 90 season currently going on for him. And Donovan Mitchell is a reserve on Team Jokic as well, just a little bit above 20 points per game. We are 44-4. I mean, there's a good chance we beat the year 2 record. A 91% winning percentage is just crazy. We have 5 guys above 15 points per game, and it's everybody in the starting 5. If Lonzo can get up to a 90, we could have 6 90s by year end. I guess it was a little much for me to expect to get like 9 to 10 90 overalls, at least in 2K. Like, that's tough to do. We're at negative $672 million in profit right now, which is just terrible. And Evan Mobley wins his 2nd straight MVP award, 18-13, 4.7 assists, which is an underrated part of his game that's been developing. 2.6 stocks per game, 35 from 3. Hey, that's a career high as well. AJ DeBonsa, who's definitely the #1 prospect in the 2026 draft. Rookie of the year, I believe he's 2026, not 2025. And we go 75-7, so Quinn Snyder beats the year 2 record. Let's go. Can we win 4 titles in this video and go 16-0 in the playoffs? That would be a very great way to end the video, possibly. Come on, let's do this. Let's go 16-0. We sweep the Knicks. Come on, sweep the Pistons. There we go, sweep the Pacers. Boom, and that's a tough Pacers team, too. Going up against the Houston Rockets here in the NBA Finals. They're a 1 seed that I believe is 12-1 in the playoffs right now. Mitchell and Garland have been going off. Can we do it, please? Please go 16 oh yes, let's go. What a great way to end the video, going 16-0 in the playoffs. And Darius Garland gets his 3rd straight Finals MVP award on 64-57 66 splits. Of course he can't hit a free throw. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Let me know if you do enjoy the fantasy style rebuilds where I can kind of make any trades that I want and any moves rather than kind of realistic moves. It's kind of a different change of pace that I do enjoy. So if you guys did enjoy it, I appreciate you dropping a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you would like to see next. I love you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.